So look, it's always been a tradition for Time & Tide to recap our Cartier favorites. Why particularly Cartier? Because Cartier always comes with, yes, quality, but a lot of quantity. There's so many things to dig into.
There is a lot to dig into. However, I was told by Cartier that this is actually their lowest amount of novelties they've released in years. So they have about 70 SKUs this year.
Only 70.
Only 70. Previous years, they've gone into triple figures. So a little less choice this year, but I think we'll manage to find favorites still.
Yes, so we're gonna whittle it down from 70-ish to just 5. I'm gonna have 2 favorites, You're gonna have 2 favorites. There's always a pretty unanimous pick, and that'll be our share.
Yeah, I think so.
So here is our Cartier Top 5 Watches and Wonders 2026. Okay, Russ, why don't you kick things off?
Absolutely. So there's only really one watch I could kick this off with, and I was lucky enough to see this in Paris back in February, and this is the Cartier Santos-Dumont in yellow gold with the Obsidian dial. Oh my goodness. Now, yes, stone dials trend, okay? We know this, they're everywhere. We love them. Maybe they're getting too much. Obsidian dials are something else. You see a tiger's eye, you see a malachite, you have the light playing with them, the shimmers, the striations, great, lovely. Obsidian has depth to it. You get lost in this dial. This is the best cocktail watch I could imagine. And you put it on that yellow gold bracelet, game over. Sits on the wrist like it was born on your wrist. I love it.
Yeah, no, it really is a second skin. I mean, those links are like 1.5 millimeters thick per piece.
Yeah.
15 link pieces. So when it really folds around, oh, it's so good. I mean,
the drape is silky.
I really should not have let you go first, but yeah, no, look, that Obsidian as well has like a natural gradient to it, pairs well with the yellow gold.
Oh,
and that's why it really is the best, or no, the second best Santos-Dumont that they've ever made, I would say. The first being the beige lacquered.
Oh,
that you would typically find on my wrist.
I would never say that because I could never admit that Raphael designed the best looking Santos. But there
shout out Raphael. All right, well, look, I'm gonna kick things off. To be honest, a lot of people might not expect this from me. I don't even have a driver's license. Right, I've driven a car, or I've attempted to drive a car maybe once in my life. But the Cartier Roadster,
yes,
the way that they've revamped this watch, I think has been excellent. You know, some people might not have thought it should be such a big priority to bring it back, but it's yet another shape or twist on the shape, because tonneau is not necessarily completely novel, but with the way that the crown and crystal are integrated in, the speedometer dials, there's 3 metal options that you can choose from, or 3 configurations, 2 sizes, but the configuration I would go with, believe it or not,
go on.
I'm usually bracelet guy, the rubber strap.
Now, I was going to agree with you on this.
Yeah.
The Roadster isn't to my liking personally, but the rubber strap it comes on, the best rubber strap on the market today. Calling it now.
Yeah, it's very supple, and it almost feels like a leather NATO in terms of like 100%. How flexible it is.
Yeah.
It's very thin too, which I like. That's the kind of watch that, you know, if I could drive, or even if I'm just walking down the streets of like Miami by the water, I just feel like it has like a nice coastal vibe. I don't know.
I like
it a lot.
I like that, yeah.
It's you know, the larger size could feel large for a smaller wrist like mine, but there is a curvature, there's a camber to the case.
There's a bit of a camber to it, and there is absolutely. Well. Yeah, and look, it was a bold choice by Cartier to really go for this early, because we know them for pulling designs back from 100 years ago, you know, going for a crash or a tank Normale that is an old design. This was only in the catalogue for 10 years in the 2000s, in this millennium. So it's a real early re-edition, but it's a fun choice.
Yeah. Listen, I want to know from you guys in the comments, out of the different Roadster configurations, which would you choose? Do you agree with me? I think rubber is the way to go, but I want to hear from you guys.
And I like the rubber with the blue dial.
Yeah, rubber with the blue dial.
That's the way to go for me.
Definitely.
So my second choice, I'm going to stay in the Santos family, but I'm going to go down the more everyday option.
Yeah.
Now they've just released this new completely blank dial in a gray that I'm calling it the Santos Ghost.
Yeah.
It is a stealthy piece. This is something that you throw on. You wear it every day, but it elevates what you're wearing every single day. This is a classy everyday piece. Big fan of this one.
Yeah, I think the Santos de Cartier with this sort of ghost gray dial it really harkens to the, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, but like the Galbi era, like that sort of 80s
Correct,
and 90s where
correct.
they did these just
Yeah.
no indices, no just the hands.
Yeah, yeah.
But monochromatic aesthetics are really on trend right now, and to have that sort of that full option, you could probably get that to an extent with the Santos Cartier in titanium.
Sure.
But that's a larger watch.
That is a
this is a
bigger watch,
medium,
yeah.
still automatic though.
Yeah.
I think it's an excellent, discreet Cartier, great for daily wear, 100 meters water resistant.
Yeah.
Everything you'd ever need in a watch.
It's a great piece, and it was something I didn't actually get to see when I was in Paris in February, and so I only saw it in a room behind us a couple of days ago, and I was instantly captivated by this piece.
Look, with 70 watches, you can't see them all. You
Oh God, no, absolutely not.
All right, well, for my second pick, you went kind of dressy on the first pick, then you returned to sport. I went sport, now I'm gonna go dressy. Everybody who knows me knows I love a tank Normale.
Oh yes.
I love the tank Normale because as great as the Louis Cartier tank is, the OG is the OG. And when the tank Normale came back, what was it, last year?
Correct.
Right? It came back in that scale and size and the shape of the brancards, or brancards. But for me, what really nails this year's model, or one particular out of two, because there is a platinum on a platinum bracelet, and that's all good and fun, nice and heavy. However, the yellow gold with Breguet hands, mwah. Because when I see that, it takes me all the way back to the Roaring 20s, just a few years after that watch was originally released. That is as close as you can get to getting a tank, the original tank, in the modern era, today, as close to the original design. And that's why I love it.
I like this for you as well. I like this for you, Zach. It's a bit classy, it's a bit dressy, but it still has that kind of real vintage vibe to it. It's a good piece for you. I see you in it one day.
It would be a very scary watch for me to own, because that's the kind of watch where if I had it, it would be hard for me to wear anything else, because it's so, at least in like casual, formal situations, it's so versatile that you really wouldn't need another dressy piece.
I do love the idea of you pairing this incredibly classic watch with one of your classic graphic t-shirts as well.
Yeah. Having a Monkey D. Luffy shirt on while wearing a tank Normale, that would probably be a world premiere.
There you go.
All right.
So there is one piece that we both agree on.
Yeah, 100%.
That is, quite frankly, it's the star of the show as far as Time+Tide is concerned, I think. And that is the Tortue Monopoussoir. Gorgeous, platinum. It's part of this Privé Opus collection, celebrating 10 years of Cartier Privé, which itself harkens back to the CP era of the 90s, which is where this watch really came into its own in that CP range. And this Opus series, or this open edition, is incredible.
Yeah.
Talk us through some details of it, Zach. Come on, why do you love it?
The reason why I love it is, one, the scale of the case. It's a great size, dimensionally. Cartier never goes too large, even when they go large, maybe with a few exceptions. But what I also love is when you flip the watch over, Cartier doesn't always get credit as it should be due for their movements.
This is true.
Right? Like, this is a brand that, like, when you look at things like the skeleton crash, you have a shape movement and bridges engaged into the rehaut and perfectly sort of scaled to create a fluid shape. But with the Monopoussoir, am I saying that right?
Monopoussoir, absolutely.
With the mono pusher, the scale of the case back, the way the movement fits that case back so well, and to really have the nice organizational layout of, like, yes, it's a very functional movement, but to have that column wheel in the top right corner and you can really see it click as you actuate. Everything looks great, as a Cartier watch is always expected to look great.
And that is a feature that, again, goes back to the CP era of that Monopoussoir, because that was a movement designed by some of the legends of independent watchmaking. This was the THA movement that came from F.P. Journe, from Denis Flageolet, from Vianney Halter. These guys know what the heck they're doing with the movement. And so you have to have a Monopoussoir Tortue with a movement that is stunning. You've got to be able to turn it over, and it's got to take your breath away.
Yeah,
and it does it. It delivers this time. It's great.
Timeless design paired with a gorgeous, functioning, great chronograph movement. There's a reason why it's probably a grail watch for a lot of people.
100%.
1000%.
Zach, we've managed it.
Yeah.
This might be the hardest task we do all of Watches and Wonders. We've reduced 70 down to 5.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Some just wear rose-tinted glasses.
Exactly. Listen, you want to know how you guys can be a hero? Get in the comments section. Who had the better picks? Do you think we are correct that the pinnacle of this year's releases is that chronograph monopusher? Let us know in the comments.
Always, we'll be there, we'll be replying, we'll be
Yeah.
reading, judging.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye for now.